Igor Blimey on the back page of The Sun after that Liverpool second half performance. I don't know what that was. Scuff luck. Doesn't matter. They all go in on the back page of the Mirror.
Yes.
Strike it rich. Back page of the Daily Mail. And rags to riches on the back page of the Express. Now, for Richarlison, he gets a lot of criticism.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
do you feel like, Gabby, that the situation that Spurs are in, he is exactly the sort of player that could show a bit of fight that they need right now?
It depends on what Richarlison turns up.
Yeah.
If the one from yesterday turns up, yes.
Take that,
if the
wouldn't you?
one that throws himself on the floor when someone taps him on the back and rolls around, that Richarlison, no.
Yeah.
If they can get him from yesterday for the next 8 Premier League games, then they've got every chance.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't feel like anyone's really shown fight apart from him.
No,
Well,
it's the first time I've seen them show kind of roll the sleeves up. I've got to be honest. I said to Gabby earlier on, I don't know if you heard, I've been saying they're banging trouble, and that's one of the reasons. Because you look at West Ham, you look at Leeds, Forest, they've got players in there that roll the sleeves up and fight for points. And I was concerned, and I think with some justification about Tottenham players doing that. And I don't think they had been doing it, but they did it yesterday. There's
What
no
I will
doubt
tell you
about
though, Ali, is that goalkeeper of theirs, if I was still playing now in that
know,
team,
mate.
in that changing room, I would be screaming at him. It's in the middle of the
Yeah, he
goal.
doesn't- yeah,
I know,
It's in
mate.
Ali,
know.
I've had it before with keepers, and I've seen
with
players
you.
come in and
I'm
hammer
with you,
them.
mate.
It's in the middle of the goal. What
How's
are you
it?
doing? Move your feet.
How's it? Yeah, I don't understand how that's even gone
No
in.
chance.
You know,
You should be catching that.
Soboslai scored some worldies over the years.
That
and
wasn't one of them.
loves it. Yeah, that wasn't one of them. Should have
Yeah.
saved it. Do you think, Ali? Now, listen, that Liverpool second half performance, you could see what was coming that whole time.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you've seen enough from Spurs in that second half performance to feel like? No, Gabby's shaking his.
Well, I'm a Gabby. I'm a Gabby. I think they've given themselves a chance, but it's all right doing it for 190 minutes. You need to do it every 90 minutes. And I think from what I've seen at West Ham, I've seen West Ham about 3 times, maybe in the last couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and they're doing it. They're unbeaten in 5. You know what I mean? They lost a late goal to Manchester United to prevent 3 points. West Ham definitely. Leeds will fight all the way. Forest will be the same. So yes, Olivia, and answer your question, I think that I saw enough yesterday that if they put that level of performance in and that level of fight in, they'll have a really good chance of staying up. Whether they can do it every week, I'm not so sure.
What I will say though is that if you're West Ham, if you're Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and you saw Liverpool's lineup, I bet you were like, what's going on here, guys? Like, no Ekatike, no Salah, no Canate.
I know.
And if you're Spurs seeing that lineup before the game, you're thinking, all right, guys, come on. This is our chance to get something. I think they lose if Liverpool started their strongest side.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Rio Ngamoa was their best player. I was really surprised when Arne Slot took him off because he looked the most dangerous.
He was at Wolves, Olivia. I saw him at Wolves. And he was by far away. I thought he was the best player on the pitch. And Ngamoa, he looks really, really lively. He's direct. He goes and takes people on. You know, everything, to be fair, that Salah at that particular game wasn't doing on the right side, and Ngamoa was doing on the left side.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant. I thought it was a really...
McAllister poor, Gakpo poor, Salah when he come on,
most of them were poor.
didn't do anything either, Ali.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a different player watching him.
I know, mate.
So I
No
think
doubt.
Liverpool have got problems, and the top 5 is not guaranteed for them either.
No, I think basically Villa, Chelsea and Liverpool, it's the best of the worst.
Yeah.
Whoever can put the best of the worst, because all 3 of us are just a bit rubbish at the moment.
Agreed.
So, whoever's the best out of those 3 will probably get that Champions League spot. Obviously, they have a sort of a bit of a free hit, Spurs, in the Champions League. No one expects them to go through. They're already out, but that Forest at home game next weekend.
Massive.
Watch a game.
Huge.
Watch a game, that'll be.
Absolutely huge. Definition of a 6-pointer. Let's move on to Manchester United then. Obviously, big win, Gabby.
Yeah.
As expected.
As expected, because they do have 3 weeks between games.
And when you can spend nearly 300 million and Aston Villa spend 30 million, then what do you expect? Olivia? Isn't that right, Alistair?
Well, you do have a point. However, I have to say that the transformation of Manchester United with Michael Carrick's fantastic. I really do. I think they've still their work in progress. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And what there is no doubt about, the 1 game a week definitely helps. That's a standout.
And when you play players in the right position, Ali, how
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's it, mate. And you've got players of the quality. I mean, Fernandes, guys. I mean,
Wow.
to beat Beckham's record, he's been the one standout. Fernandes has been absolutely.
Imagine playing with him, Ali. You can make any run.
Mate.
I think
Correct.
he's the Premier. I think he's been the best player. I'd probably say right now he's the best player in the Premier League, and I think he's probably the outstanding candidate for Player of the Year.
Agreed.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree. He certainly comes into the running. His level of performance, his consistency's been tremendous, I think, guys. Really has.
Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this sort of like, I say dispute. I don't know if it's a dispute, but obviously Wayne Rooney's coming out saying, let Michael carry on, the back page of The Sun. Wayne Rooney wants Michael Carrick to be given a job. And Roy Keane has come out on Sky once again after the game and says...
It's the bitter.
He says there are better options out there. Now, I can't think of that many better options. I think maybe if Unai Emery became available, would Manchester United go for him over Michael Carrick? And if someone like Luis Enrique became available and would be open to moving to Manchester United, then what do you do, Gabby?
But why are we talking about this now? You know, there's still 8 Premier League games to go. Wait till see where Manchester United finish.
But we're looking at the table now.
Yeah.
You think they're going to get Champions League?
I think so, yeah, but you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at it right now, they're in pole position. They've only got one game a week, going up against all 3 teams that are in Europe. Yeah. I think they're going to get Champions League.
What if they give it him now and then their results become poor, Ali?
No, they're not.
And then they don't finish top 5. Everyone's saying, why not wait to the end of the season? If he continues as he is, I would give it him at the end of the season.
Over someone like Enrique.
Yeah, but I would give him like a 1 or 2 year deal, not a 3, 4, 5 year deal, Ali. 1 or 2 years. He'll take that.
Yeah. I'm with you, mate. I don't think it's. I understand the clamour to give him the job right now, but why would you? I think things are ticking along nicely.
Yeah.
You know, give him the opportunity to continue. I've mentioned the 1 game a week, which helps. There's no doubt about that. I think they will finish in Champions League places, and I actually do think he will get the job. And I think he probably should get the job. Not probably. I think he should get a job on the level of performance that his team's producing, on the level of improvement. Because I sometimes think, Gab, Olivia, if, for example, he qualifies for the Champions League, just say they continue the way they're going, they finish 3rd, and they don't give him the job, and someone comes in and it's a disaster. Well,
but Ali, Olivia, as well, you need someone that's neutral to speak about it. Wayne Rooney's his good friend.
Yeah.
Roy Keane and him have fell out, obviously, because he brought up his wife recently and he was so bitter and angry about himself, about Johnny Evans getting the job and Woodgate. So there's no point listening to what Roy Keane's got to say about that situation because he obviously, Michael Carrick will win every game 10-0 and he'd say, don't give it Michael Carrick. So you're pointless asking Keane.
All right, guys, loved that conversation.
Sorry, Ali, I love you, mate. Sorry, mate.
Plenty more on that. It's all right for you. I've got Ollie shouting at me. I'll get to the break. Coming up, guys, Gabby's favourite Arsenal fan, Joel Bayers, right here in this. Yes, he's in the studio with us.